Hello everyone, Casual here. So today what I'm going to be bringing you is a 5-minute guide on Zoo and possibly how to get Legend with Zoo if you try hard enough and do follow these tips. So first off is going to be the deck list. Notable changes I have over here is that I chose the Doomguard list over the Leroy list. I like Doomguard more because it trades better from hand, reliable when running 2 of, and still a sizable burst from hand. And it's the way you play, just don't tap as much comparatively to a Leroy list because you want to keep your hand relatively empty for Doomguard. Next notable change will be Crazed Alchemist. Shaman was really prevalent and took care of totems a lot of the times when they need to be taken care of, like a 0/3 that draws them cards. But now that Shaman's gone, I found that it still helps against Druids with Ancient of War and Druid of the Claw, and it helps clear Dragon Warriors, Twilight Guardian, and an early Frothing Berserker that you need to try to get rid of. Next up is going to be the favored and unfavored matchup. So for favored we have Warlock Zoo, Token Druid, Aggro Warrior, Miracle Rogue, Aggro Paladin, Reno Warlock, Midrange Hunter, and Tempo Warrior. And unfavored we have Ramp Druid, Control Warrior, all types of Priest, Control Paladin, Midrange Shaman, Aggro Shaman, Tempo Mage, Freeze Mage, and OTK Warrior. A lot of these are still my progression of the deck and like my stats and how I felt playing against them and why I feel they're favored and unfavored. I guess one of the biggest things that you can notice here is that I put Zoo under favored. Zoo is extremely favored if you play decently well. I feel like Zoo, the winner of that match, is going to be whoever played better or whoever was luckier. Mostly just comes down to trading the correct minions, counting the correct points of damage, and be able to come out ahead. Don't worry about tapping as much as worry about just getting board control. So if you have a 3/2, your Imp Gang boss, and a 2-mana minion, and you play Imp Gang boss and tap, no, play the 2-mana minion. Another thing you can probably see is that we had more favored than unfavored. Well, we just took away the things that you probably won't really see on ladder. So for the most part, you don't really see Aggro Paladin on ladder. You don't really see Reno Warlock on ladder from the favorite side. And on the unfavored side, you don't really see Ramp Druid on ladder. You didn't see any Priest on ladder. I haven't met a Control Paladin since the start of Whispers of the Old Gods. And then same with Tempo Mage and Freeze Mage. I haven't really seen them lately. One of the newer decks that have been prevalent is OTK Warrior. If that does become more popular, the deck might struggle a little bit more because it does have lots of board clears and lots of armor gain, and it can just keep our deck in check, and it can also potentially close us out really early on with just the Worgen charge and like an Inner Rage or something. And then the other ones are Midrange Shaman and Aggro Shaman to watch out for. Shaman's pretty unfavored just simply because of the Lightning Storms, and then the ability to make a 4-mana 7/7 on turn 3 or turn 4, turn 3 with the coin. There's really little we can do about that because it's just out of range of a lot of power overwhelming targets. At 2 health, we only get to 6, so we typically end up trading 2 minions and a power overwhelming just against their 1-drop, or well, just one of their drops. And it can go both ways. We have to get a really lucky draw to try to beat Shamans. And so if those become back more popular because they died away because of Warriors, this deck may struggle a little bit. And so now we're going to go ahead and just move on to decision making inside the game internally. So always count your damage, positioning, and then minion trading. So counting damage, you always want to make sure that you know exactly what you have in your deck, how much damage you have left in your hand, and what you have on board and what you can potentially do. Counting the damage will help lead and secure lethals in the future as you plan towards making those things happen. Next will be positioning guides. I'll probably link some that I found on Reddit that are really, really great that I can't really go into depth to right now, but learning how to position minions correctly for a Defender of Argus and a Direwolf Alpha will help a lot in the late game by not missing any kind of damage. Next will be minion trading. A little bit self-explanatory. Don't trade a 3/2 into a 2/2 when you have a 2/1. Just simply try to maximize most of your damage through your minions. Next is mentality. I can't get over enough how you have to have the right mindset to achieve Legend or to even just play the game at an optimal level. Games are fast, and so are going to be the losses. You have to take each loss without a grain of salt. You have to go through it and not be mad. You have to calm down because you're going to lose a lot because the games are happening a lot. Take small periodical breaks every 5 minutes or so. Just take a step outside, calm down, or every 5 games, take a step outside, calm down, come back inside, and relax. Next one is don't give up and change decks. Don't switch to a Warrior deck after only losing 2 games with this and then think you're going to win the next match, because you can just very well be queued into an unfavored matchup and then you just wasted time and lost ranks because of it. I guess that's going to be it for me now. For the most part, if you liked it, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions for me, ask them below. If you have any comments or concerns, let me know. Tell me what you might appreciate and what you might like. I want to try to help build this community up and make it a lot better. Next thing is that I want to do is I'm offering some coaching right now. I'm going to be offering some free coaching for a period of time, and then I will probably be charging $5 for my coaching sessions. Right now, I'm a 7-times Legend player, 2 top 100 finishes, and I like to think to myself I'm very caroused in the different decks and different archetypes that you can play in this deck. So if you want to try to get some coaching sessions, message me on Twitter and you'll be able to set that up. Lastly, check out the video of the full 40-minute guide. I broke this down and cut it up in 5 minutes. So on my other channel, I'll have a full 40-minute guide of exactly detail by detail matchups, detail by detail each card inside my deck list. If you want to go ahead and check that out, click that link. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.